Weekly Outdoor Plus is a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS, now on at 9:30 a.m. Sunday mornings, presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point. Starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jase Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. So now sit back and relax and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors.
Hey guys, a lot of you guys probably don't understand what I'm actually doing right here, and what it is it's called a 5-spot round of indoor archery, and it's really big around central Wisconsin, anywhere in Wisconsin, and all over the nation. They have tournaments all local. You can go pretty much any weekend, plus or minus 100 miles from your house, and you can shoot a different tournament every weekend. I mean, I can pretty much find one here 15 to a half hour every single weekend. And what you do is, I mean, you're shooting in the middle of summer, or middle of the winter. It's nice indoor, warm, nice practice basically is all it is. You shoot 20 yards, and you can either shoot at a 5-spot like I was shooting at right now, or a single spot depending your skill level. And it also, every single tournament, doesn't matter if you're going to go out there and win it or how good you are, they're going to actually flight you or put you in different seeds. So it doesn't matter, you know, if you're just learning how to shoot, you're a very experienced archer, or you're just doing it for fun. You'll still have a chance of winning, and it's always fun just to get better at it. This is one way that nobody really measures themselves and how good they are, besides I can shoot a pop can at 20 yards 4 out of 5 times, where this is actually true score, where you can come up to any random person that knows anything about it and can say, hey, today I shot a 300 with 55 X's, and they'll say, oh, that's really good, or oh, that's not bad, you know, I know you can do a little better, but that's okay. And that's where everybody learns, you know, how to get better. This is where you can actually pick apart your little bit of form and everything, or just simply learn your form and get it down how you like to shoot and how you can shoot. And every year you try to shoot for a little bit better score. You know, it's any kind of sport you play or anything, you try to be the best at it, you know, or just try to improve at it. And that's where this right here is a perfect way to measure how good you're doing and how good you can do, and again, just how much better you can get. A lot of people go to different tournaments and everything, like I was saying before, and I mean, you can go all the way out to nationals, and you can go out to Vegas and shoot worlds. There's nationals in Louisville, Kentucky. There's a lot of other more novelty shoots all over. I mean, the first one's in Iowa Pro-Am it's called. All the big shoots you can actually shoot the day early and get paired up with a pro, and it's for money, but it's for fun, where, you know, everyone puts in $5 or whatever it'll be, and you shoot with a pro. It's really cool. You get to learn from them. They're all really nice. They'll talk to you about their equipment, how they set it up, how they shoot, you know, what their sight looks like, and what'll make you a little bit better archer. Right now I'm going to actually finish out this round, and then I'll go up there and I'll show you guys how to actually score it, and I'll show you everything on my bow and how I set it up and what my opinion works, and see if it'll help for you, and we'll go from there.
Stay tuned for more on Shooting Spots with Jase, coming up later on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Real deal mineral. Deer eat it gone. Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time and I had over 1,000 pictures on my trail cameras in less than a week.
Real Deal Mineral.
Available here at Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, or realdealmineral.com.
Hey guys, Dave Toskowski here with Skis Meat Market. We're looking forward to doing your venison processing this year. You got to bring in boneless meat to Skis, and once you do that, we can do 5 different things for you. We can just simply grind it, turn it into burger. We can make 3 different kinds of summer sausage. We have 7 different kinds of snack sticks. This year we are doing a jerky out of your venison. It's turned out really, really good. And we can also make about 25 different kinds of brats here at Skis with your venison. 2 things a little bit differently here at Skis. Number 1, we have a 5-pound minimum. As an example, somebody brings me 20 pounds of venison, I can do 4 different things with that venison. Secondly, our brats turn out really good here from Skis. And one thing we do a little bit differently with our venison brats, we go a little heavy on pork. We add 6 pounds of pork to 5 pounds of venison. So ultimately 5 pounds of venison turns into 11 pounds of brats. So hey, good luck out there hunting this year, guys, and we'll see you.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s.
Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs.
Not only do we have a new one,
But we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
so stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
But we have great service.
Alright, now it's time for one of our more exciting segments here on Weekly Outdoor Plus. It's where we get to keep our fans connected with the show. Don't forget, you can send in your pictures to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com or link them up to us on Facebook to get in this segment of our show. Each week, as Sopa Cellular makes it extremely easy for you to capture these photos and then send and share them around effortlessly. First up this week, we have a picture of Jeff and Molly Reichert up in their gun hunting stand. And while they're hunting, they're also watching the latest episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus. And here's an awesome picture of a flying turkey caught on one of our fans' trail cameras. And here's one of a bluegill caught on early ice, and it has some good size. This next one is of the Christmas ladder, all decorated and ready to go for Christmas at Frank's Hardware. Stop in and check it out. And our next one is of Austin Stankowski with his 2013 gun harvest. And here's his brother Cade, who helped find this big old coon. And our last one this week is from Bucks and Bulls Archery, all decorated for Christmas time. So stop on down to Sopa Cellular today and check out all their great deals. And stay tuned for more Weekly Outdoor Plus action.
Hey guys, welcome back to Weekly Outdoor Plus. Before we go check out the first round I shot here, I'm going to tell you guys just a little bit about my bow and how I got it set up, and little different tech tips and stuff that I guess work for me, and different things I troubleshot to make it shoot better for me. And every year basically when you set up your setup, you got to make sure that it's going to work out good for how you're shooting. Thanks to Matthews, I got this brand new Apex 7. Really love it. Took a little bit to get used to, but like everything, you know, you got a new bow, you got to get used to it. Got to break it in, get it ready, all tuned up for you. When I say tuned up for you, I'm talking the way you hold your bow, the way you draw back, the way you anchor, the whole 9 yards. You know, between adjusting your peep sight, putting your D-loop on, making sure it's centered, putting different rests on, the whole 9 yards. This is my basically 3D and spots bow. The only difference that I normally do is I turn my bow down 4 to 5 pounds when I'm shooting spots, just so I don't have to struggle so much once you get towards, you know, the later end of the 60 arrows. The big thing, I guess, when I first set it up, the biggest thing is your weight, how you have that all set up. I put my sight on, get my sight to the exact length I want it, where I told you I got a lens in here and I got a lens in my peep sight. This is a clarifier that makes this lens look clearer on the targets. It'll clear up your targets and your peep sight and your pin actually to make it all look basically like you're looking through binoculars. Depending what power you pick, I always go right in the middle. I'm at a 4 power right now. If you go too high on power, everyone thinks, oh, the more power, you're going to see more. Yeah, but you also see more movement. And the more movement you see, the more nervous you're probably going to get. And everybody, you don't want to push your limits on how much shaking you're going to see and everything, because the more tight spots you get in, the more nervous you're going to get. So I go 4 power because for 3D I can see, other arrows and stuff. Spots I can still see some holes and stuff in my target, so that's always a benefit, as long as they're in the middle. Otherwise you got to make sure you can't see them, because otherwise you're going to draw into them. Once I get this set up, you get it where I think I need it, and then I take a couple shots with it in one notch, and then I move it out a little bit, and I pull it in a little bit, and I figure out where it's going to be the clearest for me. And then the other thing too, while you're doing that, is you can get the same right diameter of peep sight to fit around your housing, so you have another anchor point basically to have your peep sight centered with your housing of your scope, so it's always in the same spot. You're not creeping up or down on your peep sight. That's definitely, a little thing that can help you out no matter what. I mean, no matter if you're hunting or shooting 3D or spots, it's one thing you don't want to have to think about, and you're naturally going to center your peep sight with your housing through your eyes. Next thing, you obviously got to tune your rest. We talked about walk back tuning and group tuning. That's very, very, very important for your accuracy. When you walk back tuning, you're going to get your sight right in line with your arrows or with your rest. So the farther you shoot and the closer you shoot at different distances, you won't be shooting to the left and to the right. That's a very, very, very important thing if you're shooting 3D, definitely, or hunting, obviously. The next thing is when you pull back and anchor and aim, you're going to notice that your pin's moving. Obviously, if it's sitting perfectly still, that's awesome. But it normally doesn't happen when you just first set up your bow. That's what I've basically been wrestling with the last couple of days, and I'm starting to get it right where I'm starting to actually really enjoy it. I put my other stabilizers on that I had on my old bow. Basically, all I have here is I got a Doinker front bar. I had about 5-6 ounces on it. I have it down to 2. I'll tell you why in a minute. But then I also have just a straight back bar on it. Normally I shoot a V-bar, which has a back bar on both sides. Last year at the end I was just shooting one, and it's something I wanted to try out again this year because I was shooting pretty well, so I was happy with it. The biggest thing I had to change this year, I guess, is I had a back weight on here. I took that off because with this bow and the way it's weighted, I did not need that there, and it was almost just too heavy for it because it's a little bit more physically heavy bow. So I got rid of that, and then my stabilizer on the end, like I said before, had like 5 or 6 ounces on it. I got it down to 2 right now. And that's just because this bow is 65% let off, where my other one was 80. And the 65% let off, when I had that on there, if I'd move it all, it would actually bounce my stabilizer. And that's something where I had a buddy actually pointed out to me, because I told him, like, man, I'm shaking. I'm moving really fast movements. And I'm like, I know it's got to be my stabilizers. I'm not sure exactly if I have to turn one a little bit, this or that. And he's like, okay, I'll watch, and right away he's like, I can see your whole bar bending. So what did I do? I shot this exact same bar on my old bow. Well, now all I did was adjust a couple weights on it. It's shooting great out of this bow. Little things that you could adjust on it that'll help you definitely hold a lot steadier and make you shoot a lot more consistent shots. When I took those off the front, I also took a couple of weights off the back of this one, because I used to have like 8 to 10 ounces on the back of it. Now I got 4. That's something that you got to just adjust again to make it so when you shoot your bow, it's going to shoot straight forward or straight forward and a little down. You don't want it to, when you ever shoot, to go up, because that means you have too much back weight and you're not following through at the target. That's not good. You're going to definitely affect your shot a lot. So if you're not going straight at the target, fading down is not that bad either. The last thing I'm adjusting right now, actually I'm currently in the process of, is my draw length, getting exactly where I want it. Right now I got my sight picture from going extremely fast to slow moving, and I know I can still get it to stop. So all I got to do is figure out how to do that exactly. And talking to everybody, and even from past of how I've done it, is I'm going to adjust my draw length a little tiny bit. I'm going to put 3 or 4 twists in my cable, and I'm just going to make it a hair longer and see how that works out for me. I know this bow runs a hair shorter than my old one, and I shot my old one for a long time, so I'm sure the strings are stretched on it a little bit. So this right here I think is going to make it actually perfect for me. If not, I'll go back and I'll play with the weights a little bit more, and you can adjust your V-bar, which is really nice, or your side bar. You can adjust it up and down or left and right, just very, very little bit, 1/16 at a time basically, and it'll actually move how you hold from sliding out to the left, sliding out to the right. While you're aiming your pin movement, you can actually stop it by moving your sidebar as well. So if you're shooting in the unlimited class like this would be considered, I highly recommend trying those little tiny tech tips to slow your movement down, and I mean it helps in any sort of archery that you possibly could be shooting. Yeah, that's the new bow setup I have. Very pleased with it. Again, thanks Matthews for helping us out, and see how this year goes with it. But we'll be right back, and we're going to go see how I scored my target here. I'm going to show you guys how to score targets and tell you a little bit about the spots end of archery and how exciting it can really be.
Why does your phone work so good here and mine can't even find service?
That's because I went to Sopa Cellular in Plover, Wisconsin.
Sopa Cellular is conveniently located in the village, right next to Menards. Stop in and check out why they have the most affordable unlimited text and data smartphone plans. They offer LG, Samsung, HTC, Motorola, and many other top quality Android market devices. Sopa Cellular has all your accessories for any style of phone, with hundreds to choose from, so they are sure to have the deal you're looking for. Make Sopa Cellular your Element Mobile headquarters and stop down to 1813 Park Avenue in Plover today. Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Blackhawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Blackhawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jase Hintz here with you again. Going to give you a different little aspect of something to look at here. A lot of people hit their arms when they're shooting their bows, especially when you have your hunting coat on or anything like that. And it's starting to become spot season or 3D, and late season now you're going to be wearing more clothes as well. And obviously shooting a lot more if you're shooting any sorts of 3D rounds or spot rounds. Hitting your arm is going to be the biggest thing a lot of people are going to start doing now because they're going to be trying different things and everything. And if you're scared of hitting your arm, you're going to right away be scared to shoot your bow, and it's going to make a difference on your shot and your placement and how you all focus and everything. And all that, obviously comes into play to be a perfect shot every single time. So to not hit your arm, the first thing you should look at is your grip. Like we talked about a long time ago, make sure that you have an open grip. You're not hugging the grip or squeezing or torquing your bow, because any bow torque is going to automatically hit your arm. Another thing, make sure that it's out in a powerful position like that so that your whole arm is bent out of the way. When I say your arm should be bent, I'm not talking you want it bent at a really big degree angle. You want it to be straighter out, but you want a little flex in it. Not as straight as you can go, because again, you're going to start shaking if you're using all your muscles. So relaxed, slight bend in it, and have your wrist out like that. If that right there isn't going to be working for you too much, make sure again you're not standing directly sideways at the target, because if you are, you're not going to be able to drop your shoulder down in and make your arm relaxed and everything and get your forearm out of the way so you're not hitting it with your string again. The biggest thing that a lot of people also are going to be doing, especially if you're going to be shooting your hunting bow for these other things, your draw length's probably going to be a little long. A lot of people try to pick up speed by having a longer draw length, which, yeah, it picks up speed, but again, it loses accuracy. It's hard to shoot it comfortably if you have like an extra inch or half-inch draw, just because you've got everything so stretched out, you can't bend your arm very well, you can't have everything in line like you need to. So make sure that you have your draw length like you need it, and if you think it's perfect, still, if you're moving a little bit when you're shooting, any kind of little thing like that, you can easily just adjust it by, if you have a Matthews, easiest thing to do is twist your cables up. Twist them up a little bit, it'll get you a little extra draw length. Loosen them up a little bit, it'll actually give you a little less draw length. I'm talking 3-4 turns, and you'll notice a difference right away, because it's going to be up to a 1/4 inch right there already. If you have a Hoyt, again, you can just twist those up, twist your strings up, or you can, most of those are adjustable on the actual cam itself. If you need like a 1/2 inch to an inch, that's where you just look at getting a new cam. I mean, those don't run you too much for how valuable they're going to be and how much more accurate you're going to shoot. Another thing, when you're doing all these different things, it's really easy to have a buddy watch you. I've been sighting in my new spots in 3D bow here, and right away, I had a couple little issues, and I was trying to figure out exactly what it was, troubleshooting it, different weights and everything, and I had a buddy come and watch me, and so right away, he's like, yeah, you have too much weight on the front, your stabilizer's bouncing. Okay, took a little bit off, that helped. Okay, now I'm like, okay, God, my draw length feels a little bit short right now. Okay, put 2 twists in my cable. Again, that's making so I'm not hitting my arm. He's hitting his arm right now, and the first thing he did was adjust his draw length. Easiest thing to do, you need a bow press most of the time. Stop on in, we'll help you guys out with that. And again, we have extra sets of eyes here at all times, help you pick apart what's going on, and I mean, everybody has problems, and it's easiest way to fix it is if you can find someone to help you out with it. So stop into Bucks and Bulls, we'll be more than happy to help you out. First off, start with your grip. go to your arm, make sure it's bent at a good angle, and then again, your draw length is always very key. So check us out on Facebook and YouTube if you want to look at this again and see, different ideas of what you can adjust. And otherwise, tune in next week and I'll fill you in with another tip.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I saw bucks on camera I never knew I had.
Real Deal Mineral.
Available here at Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, or realdealmineral.com.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s. Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs.
Not only do we have a new one,
But we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
so stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
But we have great service.
Hey guys, Dave Toskowski here with Skis Meat Market. We're looking forward to doing your venison processing this year. You got to bring in boneless meat to Skis, and once you do that, we can do 5 different things for you. We can just simply grind it, turn it into burger. We can make 3 different kinds of summer sausage. We have 7 different kinds of snack sticks. This year we are doing jerky out of your venison. It's turned out really, really good. And we can also make about 25 different kinds of brats here at Skis with your venison. 2 things a little bit differently here at Skis. Number 1, we have a 5-pound minimum. As an example, somebody brings me 20 pounds of venison, I can do 4 different things with that venison. Secondly, our brats turn out really good here from Skis. And one thing we do a little bit differently with our venison brats, we go a little heavy on pork. We add 6 pounds of pork to 5 pounds of venison. So ultimately 5 pounds of venison turns into 11 pounds of brats. So hey, good luck out there hunting this year, guys, and we'll see you.
All right, now that I'm done with my first round, we're going to talk about how you would actually score this. How it works is you normally would shoot 12 rounds of 5 arrows apiece, leaving it at 60 arrows. You normally start out with 2 warm-up rounds, so thank God this would be a warm-up round. It's always a good thing, that's why you get them. And what it would come down to is you got the first circle here is going to be your X-ring. X-rings are actually considered a tiebreaker because what you shoot for is a 300 round. A 300 round is saying that you shoot them all in the white. The white is worth 5 points. And this first thing is worth, or the first set of dark blue here, the whole, basically 2 inches it's going to be, is actually going to be your 4 ring. So you got your 4, and then you got your 5. They do have other styles where it's going to be a 1 spot, and it's basically just a single one of these, and then it'll go out more lines where you'll have a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, and then if you miss the whole thing, it's a 0. Those are for more, again, people that are just learning how to do it and everything. If you're not used to shooting at it or anything, it's definitely a great way to go to start out. I started out on those for years until I got comfortable with shooting at a 5 spot. And I mean, if you're not going to shoot them in here every time, you don't want to take points away from yourself. So basically what this round would consist of is there'd be a X, 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 and then a 5, because I missed this one right in between the X and the 4 ring. So it's still in the 5, it's considered a 5. All you have to do is basically break the plane of whatever the higher scoring is, and you automatically get it. So you don't even have to have your arrow on the inside of the line. All you have to do is barely touch the line, and as long as you're touching it, you get the higher scoring value. There's a lot of different classes when it comes to this. Like my class right now would 1 be male, 2 is unlimited. Why is it unlimited? It's mostly because I got a lens in my sight, and I got a peep sight that has a lens in it to clarify this. The other thing that's going to make a big difference is how long my stabilizer is. A bull hunter class is what majority of the people are going to be shooting, and that's where you can have a stabilizer that's no longer than 12 inches long, and your sight can only go out 6 inches, which is like your average hunting sight, and then you obviously cannot have a lens in the front or back. It has to be no lenses at all, 12 inches, and then 6-inch sight bar, which is normal for everybody. You wouldn't have to worry about that at all. There's a lot of, the biggest thing in different classes is unlimited is supposedly going to have higher scores, which is not always true. I have some friends that shoot bow hunter that are very good shooters and they can shoot just as high scores any day. Most of the time unlimited is just more consistent and it's going to have more competition in it for the people that shoot all the time every day. Bow hunter is what a lot of people, normal people do, and that's what you do, if you just want to come out, learn how to do it, you want to learn how to shoot and everything, it's a great way to get started in it. You can use your hunting setup and you'll be ready to go. The one thing you normally do when you're also shooting spots is you turn your bow down in weight, because not a lot of people can shoot, their 70 pound or 60 pound or however much you hunt with, because that's normally your max, and you don't want to have to shoot it 60 times in a row, because again, you're going to get tired. But the best thing in my opinion about shooting spots is, one, it's a big challenge. You got to shoot 60 perfect arrows in a row. There was one tournament I shot at, which was nationals, and it was my best achievement ever, and I shot 2 59s in a row because it was a 2-day tournament. I shot 59 out of 60 and 59 out of 60, and I took second place only. But it was my 2 personal best scores ever, and it's one of those things that once you do it, it's like shooting a big buck, It's so time consuming, you shoot for about 1 hour and 10 minutes is about how long a round will take you, and it's strenuous. I mean, it's extremely fun because of the challenge it is. Not a lot of people can say they've cleaned a target. It's extremely hard to do. And that's where, when I first started out, at a 5 spot at 20 yards, I was probably shooting 270s, 260s, because I'm just learning how to do it and everything. Next year I started shooting about 280s to 290s. By my 3rd year already, I was shooting 300s, and I was, read 40x count. Now I can pretty much consistently shoot 300s in the mid to upper 50s, which is awesome. It's exciting. And I know I can shoot a 60, so again, every day you go out there, there's a chance of shooting a perfect score. Where starting out, you're going to shoot your first score. You don't know what you're going to shoot. It might be a 250, might be a 270, might be a 290. And that's where you're going to know you can get better. There's always room for improvement, and that's what makes the sport fun. No matter, you don't even have to be a killer. You don't have to go out there and hunt. It doesn't matter. This is something where, we have leagues here. 2-person, you come in, have a great time. That's all it's about. So, our leagues are out here. We're going to be starting, it's going to be beginning of January. We're signing up right now. Don't be afraid. Call and get more information on it. All the guys here know a lot about it. And you basically need one other partner. It's come whenever you can, once a week. All you got to do is come and shoot. You can reserve your time slots, so whatever works for you works for us. And again, it's for fun. We have a handicap league where you shoot, and I think it's going to be an 80% handicap. So say you shoot and you miss, you shoot a 290 and it's a 300. You get 80% of your points that you missed back. So it doesn't matter, as long as you're improving week to week, you're going to keep getting points back. And 90% of the time, the top shooter does not win the league. You have to pretty much clean it every single week if you're going to win the league, because all you got to do is improve and you already beat them. That's the most fun about it, is it's always a challenge. No matter what tournament you're in, no matter what league you're in, it's a challenge, and it's really fun. Something to just come do with your buddies or whatever. Something to get away, something to do, something different. Or it's going to make you a lot better hunter as well, which a lot of people obviously strive for, and that's a very big key. Everybody here, while we're shooting, we always help each other out on what's going to make me better, what's going to make you better, how to challenge each other. Hey, Dollar says you can't beat me on this next shot. Anyone can miss on one shot. That's easy. That's what makes the fun of the bet. So, you guys got any questions on anything, don't be afraid to give us a call again. If you want to know more details on different tournaments around town, or, we always pretty much get, once a week, every weekend, we'll get, say everyone meet here at 9 o'clock, we'll get 10, 15 people to go shoot a tournament. Half the time, it's over half of theirs first time shooting ever. That's kind of exciting for all of us, just to, see how it goes. And you're always going to get a little nervous, which helps when you're hunting, because again, you don't ever have a deer that comes walking in. You don't get nervous when you're taking that shot. Where work on your nerves here, it's definitely going to carry over. Trust me, I've seen it 100 times, and it definitely helps you out.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus, presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.